It may be. I don't know, but hey, everybody, I am Michelle and I have Jermaine with me today, and we are ready to talk that stuff. Big brother, you
Yes, we
ready?
are.
Yes,
Always.
always. I mean, big brother, it just sends you through the emotions, but we here every year for it. Whatever it
Every
was.
year.
Yeah.
Every year.
So I think the last time we talked was prior to the double eviction. So at
Hmm.
this point, America and Blue were on the block, and it was pretty much set that Blue was going home. And
Hmm.
I mean, they kind of revealed it in the one of the later episodes that Felicia ended up telling her, and it's something about like black women. Like Felicia didn't even have to say nothing; she just said,
Hmm.
and Blue was like, "Today or what?" I like she read she read her mind. And I don't know. I'm trying to think if Blue would be bitter or not. She seemed to like, oh, I love you guys or whatever. And she knows they were going to come after her. And even in her exit interview, she seemed to think they came after her because she was such a great player. I'm just like, oh gosh. Yeah, she was just like,
Cue the violins.
I know.
Like, are you serious?
Oh
Like,
my
come
gosh.
on.
She was like, anybody, what did she say? Basically, anybody as good as her, she's surprised, not surprised that they took her as a threat.
I mean, at
And
no point in the game was she ever running the house. I mean, she won what, one or two vetoes? That was
yeah,
about
one
it.
that I could think of, one.
Okay. And
And
so it's
yeah,
like,
she was never. She tried to align herself with the people that were running the house, and felt that sense of closeness. I guess that like they were in it, and I mean they did say that it was them four from the beginning. I guess like her, Matt, Jag, Blue, well, and Riley, I'm saying her, but those four. So maybe she felt like they were sticking to that. But somebody mentioned that you do have to work those relationships. Like you can't just assume. Because I think that's kind of what Sari is doing too, or what she where she kind of messed up. She assumed because she even on the episode they show her saying, like, I don't really have to talk to you, do I? And they was like, no, no, we got you, and it's just like, well, they didn't. So anyway, back to the episode. So
yeah,
Blue's
but
more.
since you brought it up, it was
Mhm.
more like, at least the way that I read it, I'm certain you're probably more correct than me. I read it more so like, hey, I don't really have to talk to you, as in I know I'm wasting my time talking to you. So I'm just gonna say this, and you're gonna say, no, 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 you don't have to talk to me, but I know you're lying.
Oh no, no, no! I think she thought at this point that what I'm referring to when they was in that kitchen. I think
Hmm.
at that point she actually thought that they had her because I don't know. Matt was convincing because Matt was like,
Yeah, Matt was convincing. I agree
no, when
with you
he put her on
there.
the block though, that was
But that wouldn't have been a smart move for their group, and I think that's where Suri was coming from. Like, I'm talking to Jag, and I know Jag doesn't have my best interest in mind.
mhm,
So, yeah, I'm gonna play this Final Four thing. Yeah, yeah, I know you got me, but
mhm.
no, I know you don't. I know you want me out.
Oh well, yeah. I guess I took it as she was just like, well, I don't need to like sell myself to you because you know unless I do. But at this point, I don't think it's anything she could have said unless because even though they showed like the backup where Jag told not I mean Matt told Sari that yeah he's gonna have to target Jag at some point because he's not playing for number two, and she told Felicia, which was a bad move. Felicia tells Jag, and I thought I'm just like, why is Jag shocked that people are thinking to get him out? I'm just like, you're winning all of these competitions. That should be your constant thought that people are at least thinking about it. It's not saying that they'll have a chance to or they'll do it, but
But hold up, it was that one comment. Oh, I've already won money already. I don't want people to be looking at me like, dude, they're already looking at you because you're the comp beast
right,
of the season.
right.
Like, why would they not? You know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
Oh, and I guess he's. I don't know. I'm just not a Jag fan. Well, I
I
think
was an
because
initial Jag fan, but I think it's because they consolidated power, and I always want an upset. I always want an upset, and so that's why I don't want him to win, and that's why I want Felicia to
yeah, I mean
win,
you
even
root
though I
for
know
the
it's not gonna
underdog.
happen.
Yeah, you root for the underdog, especially when the people in power are like showing they butts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, acting like, oh, you peons, like, how dare you? That type of attitude. That
Mm-hmm.
be humble, at least a little bit. I
Yeah.
mean, you can be kind of cocky, but don't be going down on the people like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
especially
They're
when you were
evil.
voted out. Like, you were voted out, so you know how it feels to be isolated, how to be or
No,
whatever.
making comments like they're evil. Like, no, they're not evil. They're telling the truth.
Yes. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, Blue's gone. Double eviction. I hate to even talk about it because it was a big fat waste. During that HOH competition for the double eviction, I was getting excited because I was like, oh my gosh, Sari is like, she may win this or whatever.
For a
But
second, I thought, for a second, I thought Felicia was gonna win. For a
oh, I
second,
never thought
for a
Felicia.
hot
Only
second.
because she was, well, you talking about win, because it seemed like she hardly had any points until like she may have got one or two. Like,
She at one point she was in the lead. At one point
oh,
she
Sari. You
was.
talking about Felicia or Sari?
No, I was talking about Felicia. At one point, Felicia was in the lead.
You gotta go
Yeah.
back and watch. Felicia was like,
At one point, yeah. Oh, okay. So Matt was in the lead, his fell, and then Felicia
no,
was
I'm
in the
talking
lead.
about the double eviction HOH.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
when
My
they
bad.
were putting up, them pictures, the movie pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I was just like, Felicia, I think may have got one right. But yeah, we talking about different competitions. But anyway, I know I backtracked because I was going back to the double eviction because we didn't talk about it yet. But it's not much to talk about. Long story short, it ended up being Matt and Bowie Jane in the final. Bowie Jane wins. And honestly, when it was down to the two of them, I figured it was going to be America that left anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, whatever. Poor America was like trying to throw people under the bus and do everything she could and lie and everything, but it didn't work because she was going.
Oh,
And
she
she
was just
was,
lying and crying, and I was just like, ooh, girl, I don't know. I probably would have believed her. All that lying and
I
crying.
don't know. I think because they had their mind set. And then if she didn't go, it would have had to be, they would have showed their cards too early. It would have had to
Mm-hmm.
be Felicia or Sari.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were still trying to figure out in case one of the two of them won HOH, they wanted to be in a
Mm-hmm.
final four, so I think they were
Mm-hmm.
trying to think about that. And it wasn't really Bowie's HOH because she was
At
basically
all.
doing what they wanted her to do. And so that doggone veto, I mean, if that wasn't a clear cut of like Matt, it's like he went down the stairs into that pit of thing in like 3 steps and going back and forth, and his reach. Like, to me,
Mm-hmm.
he can reach down and almost
Mm-hmm.
put his ball in there. So that was like
Yeah.
his hands down. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Poor Sari. Did you see? Not Sari. Poor Felicia. Trying to get in and out of that tank.
oh my gosh. I mean, I have respect for her because I know I would have the same issues, and she got me by, a decade or so. But yeah, I'm just like, y'all got to, and to me, like, they didn't think about the competitions. Even, I mean, they've gotten better with Matt, but remember early on in the season, like, Matt, Matt, like, y'all can't just be saying stuff because he can't hear you guys. Like, oh my gosh, but they got a little
But he
bit better.
can run.
Oh
Your
yeah,
boy
he
can
can
run.
score. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed, like during the double eviction, they must have had the words because he was reading the questions. Like he was like, you could see he was looking down and was like he was reading what they were saying. So they must have some kind of teleprompter for him during those things. But anyway, yeah, I mean, not much to say about that. America was evicted. And the Minuteman stay strong. Let me see where I left off. So anyway, the next episode they have the
I need to. I'm sorry. I just need to stop you right here. Like, I just need to know what Big Brother season did Matt watch? I need to understand this because
I
he
think
is
it
still
was
riding
season
strong with
16.
Jag. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would you want to ride strong with Jag? Jag, who has basically led you, right? Jag, who has won all of these competitions right now. Okay, socially, I don't believe that Jag is as strong as Matt.
No,
But for Matt, no, it's almost like the two of them about what and what. Why would he want to continue to play this game with Jag. It makes
Yeah, to
absolutely no
me
sense.
that it doesn't make any sense. I think he watched, from what I heard, season, I think 16, the one with the was that the Hitman, where
I don't
Cody
know these
and,
damn seasons.
oh, okay, I think it was Cody and somebody else, but it's the same situation, because like that season, I can't remember their names either, but whoever he took to the final two, he lost against.
Yeah,
Um, the one, well, maybe he's, because I think the one that carried the season, quote unquote, lost. So
lost,
maybe that's
right.
what he's thinking, like he would win. And I do think he has a chance of winning against Jag had he not
Yeah, no,
beat
no,
the Sari.
the
Because you
but
got to think
but
about the
but
jury. So Sari can go to the jury and taint it, like the control that she has, like convincing
mhm,
people
mhm,
in the house. They
mhm,
can also convince your jury. Where Bowie Jane
mhm,
going to the jury, ain't nobody gonna listen to her.
mm-mm,
So
mm-mm. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I just don't think that it made a whole lot of sense. I think I don't even know what he could have done.
I mean,
He
he would have a clear path. Like it wouldn't be like anybody else that I think he, like him and Felicia. Well, I don't know.
I think what he should have done was he should have read the room. He should have realized that Bowie Jane and Jag were joined at the hip, and just like Jag realized that he meaning Matt and Sari were joined at the hip,
Mhm.
he needed to be doing the same thing that Jag was doing. He simply wasn't hearing what everybody was
Was
telling him.
saying, yeah, you got to pick up what people dropping and think about your, because everybody, even though you're in an alliance, at the end of the day, people are thinking about their personal gain. Like, how am I gonna get further in the game? So if
Mhm,
they're suggesting you do something, think about how it affects you, or how is this gonna help my game, or is it not gonna matter, or whatever. And
mhm,
at this point,
mhm,
every move matters, and you don't want to burn bridges. And to me, like with Matt, I think if he hadn't been so adamant about promising safety and promising all of this stuff, and then completely like dropping it with somebody that's so influential for the jury house, um,
mhm.
yeah, because I think
Well,
he had,
I don't really think. Okay, so from I think he believes. I think Matt still believes that they're going to. Well, I don't know. I kind of sort of think that Matt still believes that Sari is that Felicia is going to be the one that's going to be voted out, whereas Jag and Bowie Jane already know. No, it's not gonna be her. It's gonna be Felicia. Not understanding that they're the ones that have to cast the vote.
right. You can't, if you're the HOH, you can't really promise anything, because you're not voting unless it's what the fourth one, where the HOH, well, no, even that one, HOH doesn't really have any power. It's the person that wins the veto at the end of the day.
Mhm.
So yeah. So we will see. Or one thing I will say, backing up to America, they showed her in between the speeches, and she kind of said it when she went outside, but she was like, they're gonna win this game, guys. They're gonna run through and win this game. And it's like, I think America, she was a super fan, so she could see things and she had good ideas. She just couldn't implement them because she was never in a power
She
place.
couldn't win nothing.
Yeah, couldn't win anything. And she wasn't, like, to me, she
She
was
was she was never really aligned
influential.
with anyone other than Corey.
That's the thing. And she trusted the wrong people. Like, she would share vital
Blue.
information with Blue, who would take it back. So you have to, she didn't really have, I mean, Corey was really her only person. And he wasn't, once he fell in love, he was no good. Like, his game was done.
Which is why okay, so Blue, America, Felicia, and Sari. They could never win anything. But if the four of them had ever gotten together and said, look, let's put all the past behind us
Mm-hmm.
and let's try to win together,
Mm-hmm.
this whole game would have been turned upside down by now.
Yeah. But the thing was, I think, well, Blue was cool with Sari,
Mhm.
but she couldn't detach from Matt and Jack. So that was a struggle. I feel like Sari and Felicia will go, they'll do what they need to do to win. And I feel like America could have too. She just, I don't think she, I don't know. I don't know. She just wasn't accepted everywhere. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was her personality or what.
By this point, she was just so distrusted
Hmm.
that nobody just wanted to deal with her. You know?
Yeah. So
And again, she was attached to Corey for so long, and Corey was actually public enemy number one for a very long time.
he was a huge threat that everybody yeah. And did he only make that one move? Was that the only thing he did was vote out Cam? I'm trying to think, did he do anything that would make him such a big threat? Because it wasn't like he was
They
winning
were they,
competitions like that.
they were afraid of his intellect. That's all.
Oh,
They
okay.
were afraid of his intellect.
Because yeah, they didn't want any intellectuals in there. They did think that he would win the mental competitions, which he didn't really. Like even the ones, I don't think he threw much, if anything. I just think he, even though they call it mental, some of it's kind of chance. Like, do I see the picture like everybody else sees it? The only ones that I think are really mental, where you have to memorize stuff and apply it, is toward the end of the game. So,
Yeah, which by the way, I would never win. I would
oh,
never
really? You
win
can't?
because
I mean,
my brain will not allow me to. No, I'm not gonna do it. I know me. I would just sit and I would smile. I ain't doing none of this bullshit. I gotta write down a number. I'm gonna write down some random numbers, and
oh
that's
my
it.
gosh. They was like, he timed out at 2 hours. So I think I probably could. Because if you think about it, you have no distractions as far as like social media, work, nothing like that. I mean, you have the other people, and I feel like you'll get bored enough where you'll be like, okay, let me memorize these days. Let me memorize these vetoes and HOH winners. I don't know. I feel like maybe you won't. I don't know. I feel like
I would
what I
not.
think I
I
would
would
when
not.
do it. I feel like with the free time, it's just like, what am I going to do? But because
Do
they
you
be
remember
reading
us
about
in
it
that escape room, Michelle? Everybody else was counting. Bitch, y'all do the counting. I'm gonna start putting stuff together.
Let me work over here. Let me work over here.
I ain't got time for none of that.
Oh my
Shit.
gosh. Oh gosh. So let me see. Oh, another thing that came up. Baloo ends up telling Sari that she knew her secret, and I thought this was a lie. She was like, "Jerry didn't tell me. I just figured it out from
Yeah,
the clue."
that part was a lie. I think she
Oh, okay,
just didn't
okay. Because
want
I
to
was like, I thought
betray.
he did tell her.
He did tell her.
He
I
didn't
think she
tell
just.
her Sari's my mom, but he was like, my mom was in this house, and basically, I mean, all clues led to. So maybe he didn't explicitly say Sari is my mom, but
Yeah, whatever. He
yeah.
told her. Um, I think she said what she said not to. I mean, to seem trustworthy to
Mm-hmm.
Sari. I think that's what she was doing in that particular. Even though it was kind of late in the game, like I probably would have waited like a week after he left, and then I would have said something to Sari,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
maybe we can get something. And if you remember, Sari was thinking, maybe Blue and I could work together.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the perfect time. Of course, she had no way of knowing that, but
Yeah. And I mean, I think Blue was willing to work with Sari, and they were kind of working together because behind the scenes, like while she was telling everybody else stuff, she wouldn't say what Sari told her. She wouldn't say what so she never really threw Sari under the bus. So I think she was still protecting her when speaking to Matt and Jag. Um, yeah, it's just that doggone Felicia. But Sari didn't have nobody else to talk to, but I'm like, girl, don't be telling her the stuff. So what else happened?
I do want to say I still love the way that Sari. I love the way Sari. She worked it. She worked it.
Women work with.
Even when Felicia was telling the truth, she
Oh yeah.
she got that Bible. I finally saw it. I finally saw the episode. I was just like, this girl, she's lying so good. Like I was just,
I thought I believe her. And it was quick with it. It was quick with it. Like, what? That's what she told me. Oh my gosh. I saw it on the Bible. And I think it was, or maybe one of the live feeds that they mentioned that she didn't really like she did tell her that, so it wasn't like when she sweat on the Bible, like she was gonna get struck down because it was a partial, like, but I'm just leaving out the part where I told her to. And there was some thought that maybe even though Matt listened to her and partially believed her, it was just kind of like, well, wait a minute though, how would Felicia, he never said it or anything, but that might have been one of the reasons why he kind of shifted from Bowie Jane to Sari. But
I think Matt has blind trust. Once he trusts you,
Hmm.
it's 100%, and he just
And
can't,
once he doesn't, he doesn't. It seemed
right.
like it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because he was like that with American Corey. But yeah, so I don't think we mentioned it, but Matt is the current HOH, and
Mm-hmm.
we kind of alluded to it. But you were talking about that competition, and they were actually doing pretty good in that competition. I felt like that was one that was a even one for the most part, like even as far as it didn't take any super strength or super thing. It was really just kind of like how well you rolled the ball and your target and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, but they still lost. Matt won, and
He did something that I forget who it was. Julie said Matt has his first ball in, but Matt wasn't the first person to have a ball in. I believe, if my memory serves me, it was a woman. A woman had the, but that ball was super small. And yeah, it was
oh, you're
super
talking about
small.
during the veto
Whichever one,
when they
all
were
of them just running
when they were
together in
running
my
back
head.
and forth.
Uh huh.
Oh
Uh huh.
yeah, yeah. It was Bowie. Bowie
Okay.
had Bowie. That's why I was like, Bowie, that ain't the ball you supposed to put in there.
I need to
Because she
know.
put, I guess I don't know where she found this ball, but it was just one of the balls that was there. Like, no, you don't just bring back one, homeboy.
I need her to
Oh, did
know
you see
her
that
ball
clip?
sizes.
Did you see that clip of Felicia when she was like, "These people"? If you haven't seen, I'm going to send it to you. She was like, "These people, you can tell they, young and don't know how to clean up after themselves." Well, not Boy, because she 50. Did you see that clip?
No,
I gotta
no.
send it to you. Like nobody believes Boy is 34. Oh my gosh.
Why? Why don't they believe that?
Well, to me, she doesn't look 34.
Okay.
And apparently she even like, like you in a house almost 100 days, you're gonna share things about yourself. You're gonna and like she doesn't share a
The
lot about herself. Um,
oh,
and even she may have made some references or something that alluded to, like you gotta be older to
a
remember
certain
that,
age,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah. And yeah, and sometimes she never looks 34, but she could have passed for 40 or 39,
Hmm.
or whatever. But 34 was pushing. I don't know why she chose that. Yeah.
The
But
math was easier.
yeah, because I feel like if they're gonna think you're I mean, with 20-year-olds, if you're 34, they're gonna think you're old. If you're 38, they're gonna think you're old. So that, to me, that wasn't a big deal if everybody 20 in their early 20s or something. But anyway, she thought so. And yeah.
I
Oh
need
my
to see
gosh,
that
she was
clip.
trending. I missed what she did or whatever, but people are not fans of Boy Jane online. Like she was trending.
Really?
Yeah, F Boy Jane and all this kind of stuff. It could have been after the double eviction. Or maybe like some of the crazy stuff she was saying, but um yeah, it's like, and to me, I'm trying to figure out I guess it depends because the other half of the house is um older ladies and then they got
Hmm.
the younger guys, but I don't know why she
Can we talk about? And I'm sorry because I keep jumping.
no. We're just talking because
So
ain't much of the game.
when Bowie Jane realized that she had the same number of candy bars as Suri, that would
How
have
foolish.
been for me. Oh, I am not in the same place with these guys.
Yeah. It's like a clear sign that they were working with each other. And in I mean, they didn't show it on the episode, but like she confronted Jag about it. It was like, I thought it was us, like what's going on or whatever. And he somehow played it off where she believed it enough that he basically wanted to return the favor to Matt for the $5,000 he gave him earlier in the season. But
Still, she
yeah,
still should have had more. She should have had
more.
more from Matt.
Okay. Yeah. Like, okay, Matt should have been putting something in mine. Matt wasn't returning the favor to you. He couldn't put none in his. Why he put them in yours? So yeah. But anyway, that should have been a clear sign. Like she not reading the room or reading, she's so I don't know.
She has got to know that she's playing for second. She's got
Oh,
to know this.
I think absolutely. I don't think she did say something in the episode like who I can win against. And we were like, I was just thinking like, I don't think you can win against anybody
I don't think.
unless
Yeah, I don't even
unless
think.
the jury is so
I don't think she can
bitter.
even beat Felicia.
Yeah, oh, absolutely not. Because people love Felicia, and they would like her because she got a story about being on the block every week and surviving. I
And at
mean,
least she won an HOH,
yep, and she won an HOH. She got out Heisem. He was a
and
big
not
threat.
at the end.
Yep, yep. So, um, I, why Bowie Jane, I had wrote down that she was just like, oh my gosh, like when Matt won, like we played such a great game. We haven't gone back out where we made it the tough decisions. I'm just like, what? You didn't do nothing. What do you mean? We
She
anyway.
was just a vote. She's got to know she's just a vote, and
Right.
she was always doing what other people were telling her to do.
Mm-hmm.
That don't
And what I
make you
like
a
about
player.
Felicia, she be checking them young people because she was like, Jag, I got a feeling in my gut. Now, is Bowie in the final four or is am I in the final four? And Jag, I mean, you can tell he getting nervous. Like he try to be like he telling the truth, but it's almost like a child trying to lie in front of their mama.
This is what Jag do. Whenever he's confronted, he just stays still.
Yeah.
He don't move. A
Yep.
little statue, like, ooh, I don't want to lie. I really don't want to lie. Please don't make me lie. Please don't make me lie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what do you think about Riley making an appearance in the HOH room with? She wrote the letter to Matt, and she was on the picture with, not a physical appearance, but appearance on the picture with his mom.
That's news to me.
Oh, you didn't see that on the unless you fast forwarded that part.
Yeah, I must have.
Yeah. So when they went to see Matt's HOH room, she was on the picture with his mom, and the letter came from her. And I would be he was happy, but I'll be disappointed because it's like, okay, I knew this girl for 5 days, and y'all gonna not let me hear from my mama. But he was happy. He even did his pumpkin last night. I don't know if you saw it online. He did a Riley pumpkin.
I heard about it. I ain't see it.
Yeah, maybe I have a girlfriend. Or he said, I guess I have a girlfriend now.
And somebody said, you gonna have to take the condoms. and this was trending last night too with the pumpkin. So I don't know if you saw Felicia and Sari, they were cute in their little wig, their little Halloween outfits. That was cute. That was trending. And Matt, Jag, and what's the name? They were in the room, and I guess everybody decorated pumpkins, and they had them up in the HOH room. And there were, I don't know what they were doing, if they were like glowing in the dark or something, and they were trying to see something, and Jag was like, get this S out of here. And it was the pumpkin that like Sari and Felicia decorated. And we were like, what's the point? What's the point? I don't know. It was just it's just showing like, I don't know, just who they are. Childish. Childish.
Very. And
now who said
I don't think they care about jury management at all. Yeah.
I don't think they really care.
Yeah. So
I don't think they really care.
Let's see.
I mean, things have really changed in these years. I remember at one point it was all about jury management, and now it's just kind of like, I just need to get there.
Yeah.
My speech just needs to be the bomb.
They think making to the end means you win, and not necessarily, because you could have played the best. That's what I don't like about the people that's in the top. To me, if you're in power and you like gunning and winning all these things and you got amazing strategy, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I
want you to win. I want you to win.
Yeah,
even if I think you're the devil, I still want you to win.
Yes, because like there's been some evil people, like evil Dick, evil. It's like people that you hate to love, but it's like, well, even on Survivor, you don't watch Survivor, but it's been people that's like, you hate for them to win because of how they play, but they played. Like they played, they outwitted, outlasted, did all that kind of stuff. And they just kind of out won. They didn't really wit anybody. Because even like the stuff that this is on the live feeds, but the lies that they try to tell or try to convince, try to strategize. And I think they're trying to like keep Felicia, like stress her out so that she won't play well in the HOH. And I'm like, y'all think y'all about to stress this lady out? Somebody, grandma.
She falls asleep with fried chicken in her roll. Come on now. You don't understand.
Come on now. She can stretch y'all out by just looking at y'all. Come on now. And that's
Just
the thing
as
too. They still stressed and they up stuck in the HOH room,
and
scared to
that's the
come
thing,
out.
hiding liquor. You hiding liquor from other people. Come
Yeah,
on now.
come on now. And this was, where did I hear this? That Bowie Jane was like drinking mouthwash because she, missed alcohol and they like it was she was on live drinking mouthwash. Yeah. So
Are you? No, you lying to me right now.
no, it's true. It's true.
Put it in
It
her
was,
mouth and spit it out,
no,
or
drinking it for the high alcohol content so she could get a, but yes. That's not safe, Boy Jane. You know your organs ain't as young as they.
she 50.
I will send that to you when it's over. It is so funny. Oh my gosh. So we already talked about Boy Jane and Jag kind of discussing their final two. Like he'll take her because he knows he can most likely
Yeah.
beat. Only reason he won't beat her is if the jury is super bitter. But I think Boy Jane is the most hated, so he'll win over her for sure.
Out of the jury, what did she do?
I think because they see her as a floater, they see her as like where
So you
you
don't
from?
mean
Like,
hated. You just mean
oh,
no
not
respect.
hated. Sorry, not hated, but like
They don't respect her.
under. I don't even want to say underestimated, but like seen as she is in the house.
They don't respect her. They
Yeah,
don't respect her
no
game.
respect. Yeah. So, um, and they will see her as being carried by Matt and Jag. That's what they'll see. So, and I mean, she did win those two HOHs, but she didn't.
She won too?
Yeah, remember she won the one that got out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, was it
That's
Corey
right.
or
But
no?
really, she was doing what people were telling her to do.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She didn't do her own bidding. It was kind of like, I want to play it safe. And that's another thing I don't like about the people. Y'all, at this point, you got to get some blood on your hands. It's 5 people in the house. You can't be playing it safe and not getting blood on your hands unless it's going to be your blood on somebody else's hands. But
And the thing about it is that when you get a major player out, that's when you get more cred.
yeah. Like whoever would have gotten Jag out, you could have pretty much said you won the game. That was the move. So anyway, we talked about the candy. Let me see. Oh yeah, so I guess that was it. Felicia, one of the last things she talking about. Matt's a liar, Jag's a liar. Ain't nobody worried about Boy Jane. She does not like Boy Jane. Oh my gosh. And somebody said this was on Twitter talking about my mama Felicia is wearing that mustard seed out. And she is right. She is. It's still working. Her little faith of a mustard seed.
It's gonna carry us to the top 4. And she might be in the top 3,
That's
depending on what
like,
happens.
she might win this game with that little faith. Is this her 8th or 7th on the block? One of them, 8th time on the block or something. And she survived.
That must have seen knocked her teeth out.
Did they call her the toothless monster?
That's what she should have dressed as for Halloween.
Oh my gosh. But they were cute. They had like a purple wig and a pink wig or something. It was cute. But yeah, but that's about it. Like we're just waiting for tomorrow's eviction, and most likely it will be Sari going. And okay, this is probably conspiracy theory, but Sari was quote unquote like a star, whatever, when she came, a reality star when she came into the house. And her son was also in the house. I feel like they gave her a little extra change, like to come to the show. Like she didn't just come as a regular person. So they gave her a little something. This is just my personal opinion. And I don't think she was ever supposed to win the game. I feel like, I don't know, this is just my thoughts. I feel like because she had the advantage of her son being in the house and she was already a reality star, they just wanted like to add some kind of intrigue to the season. And she did what she did. That's why I don't feel like she's playing as hard to stay in the house at this point. Because I feel like she could play harder to stay. Yeah. And I feel like she kind of like, well, it is what it is, that type of thing. But I don't know.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, and I'm not saying no. I disagree.
Mm.
What I am saying is she should have won something.
Oh, for sure, because
If
she
she
won
had
nothing the
won
whole season.
something, the game would have
Yeah,
been just a little different, right? And if she had gotten the right person out, which we knew she would have done, she would have
yeah,
gotten the right person out. She was never in that position to do it.
yeah. Nobody was in the position to do it, and yeah. So, and it's really giving Jack this inflated ego that he's like this power player because he won a lot of competitions, and I don't think, honestly, I don't think that invisible HOH actually kind of messed up the game, because typically in the normal Big Brother season, when somebody's like constantly winning competitions back to back, you at least get a break every
Mhm,
other thing.
mhm,
And
mhm.
with those back to back competitions, it really threw things off. Not to saying he would have gotten voted off, because it could have been Matt or Boy Jane who won, um, but yeah, so we will see. Maybe I put my faith of a mustard seed in Felicia to see if she can drag her tail to, because they think they can beat her. So maybe there's a chance somebody will drag her. Maybe Matt will take
Well,
her if he found out
well,
that Jag and Boy Jane got a deal.
he ain't because he too. No, speaking of faith of a mustard seed,
Mhm.
next week, Michelle, what are you doing differently next week?
I am starting to review. We're gonna be on air every Wednesday for sure. Viewing some type of reality show. So Big Brother is coming to an end, and we know Real Housewives and Married to Medicine are coming. So look out for those. We'll be airing live on Wednesdays.
And a second show.
Um, tell me what you're talking about.
So live on Wednesdays, but
Yeah.
also a second show will also air in
Oh
the week.
yes, yes, yes. And we'll have a second airing of a different show. So you'll get to see um more of us, more of the week. Or if it's not Jermaine, we'll have some guest, or maybe me by myself. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. That's it. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. See y'all. Have a good one.